Hi Scott here, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm in Rosedale and we're having a little walk on the Rosedale Ironstone Railway. Hopefully you can hear me, it's a bit windy. I've tried to get the drone up with mixed results. I'll probably show you a little bit of that in a minute. So an idyllic walk with the family in Rosedale, and yes, I have bought a drone. I'll try not to bore you too much with it, and I'm learning that drone flying is not without its hiccups. So we start off on Blakey Ridge. This is the road between Hutton Le Hole and Castleton, and of course we're on the North Yorkshire moors, right in the heart of the national park, and where we've stopped is essentially the road that goes down to Farndale, just before it goes down to Farndale. Many of these laybys have really informative information signs that you've just seen a little bit of, and it tells you a little bit about the area, and in particular this part of the area, the Rosedale Railway. So walking towards that now and looking at the open expanse that is the beautiful valley of Rosedale. It's called a valley locally rather than a dale, although it's called Rosedale, which is strange. And of course this flat bed, or this flat surface, is where the old railway used to run, and of course it has quite a bit of history around it. Difficult to believe it now, but Rosedale was a really big industrial area. I think it was 2,000 or 3,000 people lived and worked here. Obviously just remnants of that are left now, but principally I suppose are the kilns that you see around the place, and also the railway bed itself, which is a very nice walk. Now we were trying to think about when we first did this. I think we first did it in 1986 I think, which would mean, what is that? That was 40 years ago. Dear God, that's a bit scary. And as you can see, the gradient is very easygoing, as an old train track would suggest, and as you can see, quite easy to make progress along the way. And this is where we walked. So we walked from what is essentially Blakey Junction up to Rosedale Head, and then turned right back. Now the railway itself obviously transported ores around the valley and then upwards to the north via an incline to a place called Battersby. Battersby as a railway station still exists, although it's probably its footprint is much lower than it once was. Quite a strange geography to the station, because of the fact that one of the old lines has gone. It has to reverse in and drive out, which is a little bit odd and unusual. It's on the Whitby to Middlesbrough line now, and as you can see, a very beautiful aspect as we look out across the valley as we make progress. My brother there blending in, as you can see, quite nicely, and making quite good progress. Now you do see these oddities as you go past. This is an old abandoned barn or a farmhouse, I guess, long since gone and taken by the elements, and that's a hide which is used for shooting grouse and pheasant, many of which are on the North Yorkshire moors. And then this was an unusual little man-made pond that we saw. This was a bit further to the south near the pub. So I'll tell you a little bit about Rosedale. So Rosedale Abbey to start with, which is the main village. It doesn't have an abbey, hasn't had an abbey for years and years, but there's some commercial infrastructure in the area, shops, there's a school, there's a church, number of pubs, including the Milburn Arms, which is now closed, but I understand opening up soon next year. That's 2020, or this year I should say, 2026. And then Rosedale East is another area. This is where much of the population lives, a series of old miners' cottages associated with the old workings. What an idyllic place. And the way that we're flying now is towards the southern extremity of the railway, and beautiful, beautiful area to spend some time. Lots of holiday cottages there, as I'm sure you can imagine, and because lots of the population actually lives in that area, that's where the village hall is. Village hall, or reading room, absolutely nowhere near the village. And then another area of note is Chimney Bank, the Banktop Kilns, and called Chimney Bank for a reason I'll tell you in just a moment. But again, lots of informative signs around, just telling you a little bit about the area. That's looking south towards Pickering, down the Dale, and that is back towards the village. You get to the village by going down Chimney Bank, which is England's steepest road, 1 in 3 gradient there. And many a driver over the years has seen that ominous sign, Chimney Bank. and it's called Chimney Bank because there used to be a chimney to do with the mine workings. So as you can see, a bit of a spring in my step now, and there's probably a good reason for that, and I'll show you that in a minute. So this is Rosedale Head, where we've made right at the end of the dale now, and we're heading back, and we're making for that building there in the distance. That's not the pub itself, but that's a house right opposite the pub, and we're going to go up the hill, and we're going to make it back onto Blakey Ridge and the Lion Inn, which is one of England's highest pubs, and as you can see, really busy. The welcome sign of the bar and the welcome sign of some Old Peculiar. And next week we will tell you all about Sunday lunch at the Lion Inn. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Also, I'd be very grateful if you could like this video and hit that notification bell. If you do that, you'll continue to receive lots more rubbish just like this.